Hello lovely people, this is Lakeisha from Live.Life.Lovely. Now this is a life coaching and professional organizing channel that helps you realize that life is as lovely as you make it. So I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm talking about how you can set goals. Actually, I'm going to give you 5 simple ways to set your goals. Now, we all start with our New Year's resolutions, but I personally rather start with setting New Year's goals. So in our first video, I talked about a planner that I love to use. So please look down below and I'll share that link with you. You might want to look at that video before you continue here, but it's definitely not necessary. So today we're going to talk about the 5 simple ways to set your goals. And those 5 ways are thinking through your goals, categorizing your goals, planning your goals, actually doing your goals, and then checking your goals to see if they really got done. Now you may say, hey, that seems pretty simple, but it does take time, so I'm going to show you how I do it in hopes that you find a way that's suitable for you. So how do I think through my goals? Well, I did some research and I found that if you write things down, you're 90% more likely to complete it. So I do know that I had to write everything down that I wanted to do. Also, if you ever heard from the Bible, write the vision and make it plain, then that's what you do. You have to write your vision and you have to make it plain. So some people like to do vision boards, some people like to write in journals. Successful people always write their vision and make it plain. You can write and draw your vision, but you have to put it down on paper to make your thoughts a reality. So what I have done is I have used my trusty planner to write it down on paper. So I just want to show you quickly how my January calendar looks. It's a bit messy, but this is an example of writing your vision and making it plain. Part of my goals this year was to exercise more. So I also found an exercise regimen on Pinterest and I wrote it down. So there it is. So again, the key is to think through your goal, write it down. That's number 1. Number 2 is to categorize your goals. So you may have goals in different areas. It's great to start off with one goal, but it's also great if you have more than one goal. So my categories are as follows. I have health goals, career goals, personal goals, family and financial goals, spiritual and intellectual goals. Now you may say that is a lot, but it really depends on what you want your goals to be. So I can give you an example of some of my goals. Under the health category, I wanted to exercise every day. Under the spiritual category, I wanted to read my Bible first thing in the morning. And under the intellectual category, I wanted to read more self-help books. So those are the categories I chose. So you too can choose categories. If you are having trouble choosing your categories, there are some things you can do to brainstorm. Just think about last year and all the things you wanted to do last year but you really couldn't do. Make those things part of this year's categories. And that seemed to work really well for me. I hope it works well for you. So that's number 2. So the first thing is to think through and write everything down. The second thing is to categorize. The third thing is to plan. So then you take your categories and you plan out how you want to achieve your goals. And the way you plan is that you make your goals measurable and SMART. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. what better way to do that than in a planner? So I decided to color code my goals in my planner. So going back to January, do you see all of these orange markings? The orange markings are my exercise regimen. I didn't have to make it orange. I could have just written it down, but I made it orange because I really wanted this goal to stick. It was one of those goals last year that I wasn't satisfied with, so I really wanted this exercise goal to stick. So if you want it to stick, add pops of color, sticky notes, stickers, make it fun for yourself. So that's how you can plan. Put everything in a planner, something that you like. There's plenty of wonderful planners out there. You can just search YouTube and map it out. And I would suggest, some people keep personal calendars and career calendars and exercise calendars. I would suggest combining them. That way you can get a better picture of how you use your time. Because remember, goals have to be timely. So how much time you spend on your goals are very, very important. So far we talked about thinking, categorizing, and planning. One more thing I want to say about planning is that if you're having a hard time planning, ask the people who are closest to you to help you with your plans. And how can you do that? Well, just simply ask them, what is it about me that makes me unique and special? Ask your mom, your significant other, your children, just about 5 people closest to you, and write them down. I actually did that and I found some interesting stuff. So I created a list of virtues for myself. So people said I was funny, nice, I'm an encourager, an organizer, outgoing. So these things also helped me to plan what my categories were and how I was going to get my goals completed. So after thinking, categorizing, and planning, now you have to do. So this part is called the process part, okay? Because you're going to get your passion through your process. So once you have it written down, your goal is to do it. Now, some things are going to be harder than others. You may need to, again, create some visuals. If you want to lose weight, put something on your refrigerator. If you want to be on time in the morning, put something on your glass in the bathroom to remind you that you have to be on time. So make those visuals to help you with doing. And also get an accountability partner. An accountability partner says, hey, I know one of your goals is to lose weight, so what did you eat today? And it has to be somebody you really trust, but having an accountability partner and using those visuals really help you with the doing part, which is the hardest part. But remember, your passions are in your process. So after thinking, categorizing, planning, and doing, the number 5 for making sure you reach those goals is to check. So then you check how you did. So what I've done is I have finished January. So I went back actually to January and I checked. Did I exercise every day like I wanted to do? Did I read more self-help books like I wanted to do? And after I check, I make adjustments. So I wanted to exercise every single day. I did not get a chance in January. So for February, I said, maybe I need to scale it back to 3 times a day. Let's see if I can stick to 3 times a day. So my goal didn't change of getting healthy. It's just how I did it changed. And so after February, I will do the same thing. I will check to see if my goals matched my plans, and what I did matched my plans, and if I did not match my plan, then I will readjust it. So you can change, adjust, switch up, delete, do what you need to do in the checking. The checking is my favorite part because it really helps you to continue to obtain those goals. And also during the check, reward yourself. Give yourself $1 every time you exercise, and then at the end of the month, go spend it on something, go shopping, or reward yourself with a night out with the girls. Whatever you want to do, reward yourself and check. So there you have it, the 5 simple ways to keep up with your goals. Do you remember? The first one was think. That's right. Think through and write down your goals. The second was categorize. That's right. What are your categories of goals this year? Is it health? Is it career? Is it financial? Is it family? What are they? Categorize them out. And then take your categories and you create your plan. That's right. You create your plan, map it out into a nice planner, use fun stickers and sticky notes, different color markers or pens to get yourself excited about your plan. After you plan, the biggest part is that you have to do. That's right. You have to actually do it. So you try to do it. So I suggest waiting about 30 days. After 30 days, you then check. That's right. You then check yourself, see what you did, see what you didn't do every 30 days, and then adjust. Reward yourself, and your goals will come to pass. So those are the 5 simple ways to set your goals. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you like it, please like at the bottom. And I will see you next time on Live Life Lovely. Thanks for listening and subscribing. See you next time, guys.